anybody needs a class and they can't join live, then I can send you some links if you like. I don't mind. So I'm popping a log on the fire. Right. Fire, coffee, water, cushion. Hope you're all more organised than I am this morning. Sorry. Okay, so let's come into our seat. And again, at this point, I'm just going to remind you, remember, I'm just here as a guide. I'm just here to take you through the poses gently. And it's really down to you guys to look after yourselves, listen to your own bodies, really honour yourselves. Don't push yourselves too hard. Make any little adjustments you need to as we go through. I'll be offering modifications and stuff. I know we have some injuries and some dodgy knees, dodgy hips, dodgy wrists, things like that. So let's just get started. Settling into your seat, have a little bit of a wiggle, maybe swaying into stillness. Ground down through those sit bones. Push the sit bones down into the floor and then roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Relax the arms. Relax the hands wherever feel comfortable for you. And then we'll gently close down the eyes and softly close the mouth. As we begin to center with the breath, taking long, even inhales through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. These opening breaths of our practice, just to settle in and to start to tune into your inner self. Draw all of your awareness inwards. Let go of that outside world. Maybe observing the quality of the breath, allowing the breath to hold you in the here and now, in this present moment. And just meet yourself here this morning, on your mat. Let the tensions of the week just drain away. Just following that gentle inhale and then exhale, in and out through the nose, down through the back of the throat. As you inhale, taking it all the way down and into the belly, expanding the abdomen, continuing that inhale all the way to the very tops of the lungs, filling to capacity with prana, with energy. And then with each exhale, allowing yourself to ground down, become a little bit more connected to the earth, to release any tension that you're holding on to, maybe in the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, wherever it may be. Your next inhale, maybe just lifting the heart up and out from the pelvis, finding a little bit more length in the waist, in the lumbar spine, a little bit more distance between heart and pelvis. And then with another inhale, sliding the shoulder blades down and away from the ears, visualizing those shoulder blades sliding down your back towards the floor, just to lift that heart a little bit more, finding a nice straight flat back. And then imagine rising up through the crown of the head. So we're sitting up nice and tall. There's distance between the crown chakra and the root chakra. The elbows are soft, pulling down just gently towards the floor. Relax the inner thighs. Just giving yourself this time to find a little bit of calmness, a little bit of stillness. Setting our intention for our practice as we draw our palms together at heart center. Lift the heart to meet the base of the thumbs. Push through the palms. Take a deep breath in and exhale to bow the head forward to meet the heart. Tip of the nose reaches down towards the tips of the fingers. Our intention today is to find space within. Just finding a little bit more space for the breath. A little bit of space for you to be still, to find calm. Let the head hang from the tip of the neck as you take the hands down towards the knees. Draw both shoulder blades down and away, keep lifting through the heart and just see whether the chin softens in a little bit closer towards the throat. Beginning to connect breath to movement, we're going to take an inhale and rise the chin all the way up, tilting the head back to open the throat. Keeping the eyes closed, or maybe just opening them here if you feel ready. Exhale, bow the head forward, chin to chest. Connecting your breath to your movement as you inhale, take right ear to right shoulder. Maybe rising up through the chin, tilting the head back slightly, halfway head roll. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, other side as left ear rolls to left shoulder. Maybe rising up through the chin, take a gentle halfway head roll. Exhale, chin to chest. Let's do that again on either side because it feels lovely. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder, rise up through the chin. Exhale, chin to chest. In your own time, inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Tilt the head back. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, this time lift the chin, lift the arms out, reaching all the way out to the sides, all the way up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the hands, and then exhale, drawing it all back in together. Taking the right hand out, inhale up through the left fingertip. Exhale, drop that left shoulder down away from the ear, push down to the left sit bone, bend into the right elbow, take the hands over the top of the head. Just puffing up into the left side of that rib cage, find a little bit of space underneath the rib cage, into the obliques, the side of your waist, and maybe even trying to draw that elbow down towards the side of the head. Active all the way through to fingertips, find a little bit more space, maybe even inhale coming up halfway, reach arms overhead, exhale to soften back in. And again, inhale, rise up halfway lift. Drop the shoulder, exhale back in. Taking the hand to the back of the head, resting the fingertips on the back of the skull. Inhale to open the elbow high, squeeze that right left shoulder blade in, lift the heart, look up, exhale, elbow down towards the opposite knee. Inhale to open, lift up high, squeeze that left shoulder blade back, right shoulder blade creeps forward to lift the heart. Exhale, soften as you round through the spine. Keep sit bones grounded, elbow down towards opposite knee, let the head hang. Inhale, last one to open. And last one to soften in. This time we're going to soften down, let the head go. Maybe creep those fingertips out, reaching for a little bit of space, finding space in the left lower back, all the way along the arm. Let the chest rest over towards that right knee, over the right thigh. Hands are relaxed, find space across the shoulders, let the head hang. Don't worry if the sit bones come up a little bit, as long as you're still feeling a stretch all the way down to that back pelvis. When you're ready, use a nice big inhale, lift the chin first. Look up, and then exhale, rock and roll through the spine to restack each vertebra and come all the way back up to sitting. Swapping across to the legs if you're sitting cross-legged. Settling back into your sit bones, take it to the other side. Left fingertips reach out, inhale up through the right. Drop the shoulder down away from the ears, keep the shoulders in line with the front of the mat as you exhale, push down through that right sit bone, reach over through the right fingertips. Draw the shoulder back away from the ear, bend into the left elbow. Puff up into the side of the rib cage, find space for the breath. Finding a little bit of space between each rib, all the way down to that right hip bone. Relax and soften the inner thighs. Breathe. Try and draw the elbow towards the side of the head. Keep reaching to the fingers. Finding that space here. Massage out with an inhale. Reach up halfway. Lift. Exhale to soften back in. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale to soften. One more inhale coming up. Just releasing slightly from your fold. Exhale, come back in. Fingertips to the back of the head. Inhale, rise up through the elbows, squeeze that right shoulder back, left shoulder creeps forward to lift the heart, look up. Exhale to round and soften, let everything go heavy, elbow down towards that left knee. Drop the head. Inhale to rise. Open, find space in the front of the chest, across and broadening the front of your heart. Exhale, soften, find space in the back body as you fold. Inhaling to open. Lift the heart, look up. Exhale, soften in, this time to hold. Leave the hand at the back of the head for extra weight. Draw the shoulders to frame that right thigh if you can. Left thigh, sorry. Maybe walking those right fingertips away from you. Let the head hang over that left knee. Arms are heavy. Let the head go, let the jaw soften. Finding a little bit more space across the back of that shoulder blade. All the way down the back of the waist. Towards that right hip, back of the right pelvis. Open and soften into the inner thighs, relax the feet. One more big breath here. Soften in, notice if you find a little bit more space in that lower back. the quad, that large muscle in the back. Latissimus dorsi. Breathe, find space. Inhale, lift the chin, look up. And then exhale, rock and roll as you roll all the way back up to sitting. Soften shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale up through fingertips, take the hands overhead. Hands kiss together at the end of the inhale. Exhale into your twist to the right, so the left fingertips come to the right knee. And the right fingertips come behind the spine. When you get there, take another inhale, lift the heart, drop the shoulders. Lift the crown of the head and then exhale. Turn to look over that right shoulder, twisting from just below the rib cage. Keep the hips in neutral. Find a neutral point for your neck, for your gaze, or close your eyes. Soften the muscles around the eyes. Find a drishti, or just close them down. Use an inhale to release halfway. Coming out of twist, lift the heart, drop the shoulders. Exhale to massage back in. Again, inhale, release halfway. Exhale to twist, massaging around the waist, opening at the core, massaging the internal organs. Inhale to lift and float fingertips up and overhead, have a stretch. Exhale straight to the other side, twisting to the left this time. Left fingertips behind the spine, take an inhale when you get there, lift the heart, drop the shoulders, create that length along the spine, and then exhale, massage and twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, releasing halfway. Exhale to twist. Connecting to your own breath, connecting breath to movement. Mindful movement. Inhale. Moving intentionally with the breath just to help quiet down that ego voice. When you're ready, use your inhale, float fingertips up and overhead. Exhale straight into your cactus arms. Open elbows wide, squeeze the shoulder blades, tilt the fingertips behind the elbow. Get that length in the neck so the shoulder blades are pulling down, pushing shoulder blades into the back of the chest, broadening the heart across the chest, opening into the front of the rib cage. Active and finding space in the palm of the hand, so really stretch pinky finger away from thumb, find space between each finger. And then taking the fingertips onto the tops of the shoulders, and draw circles with the elbows. Doesn't matter which direction you go in first, just taking nice wide rotations. Warming up those shoulder joints, being mindful of any clicking, is anything going on there. Couple more in this direction. And then reverse your rotations, take them the other way. Inhaling them all the way around. Exhaling them together. Feel the scapula, the shoulder blades lift and then come forward or back. And then relaxing the hands down onto the knees. Moving any cushions or anything there. And we're going to come forward into a wide knee child's pose. So however you want to get there, don't worry. Roll over the shins, or you can come onto your knees, push the big toes together, knees out wide. Creep the fingertips up and away from your, drop the forehead down, have a gentle shake or a rock from side to side, just massaging the forehead, coming up onto tarantula fingers if you need a little bit more stretch underneath the shoulder blades, into the upper back, broaden across the mid back, sink the heart, let the hips fall back to wherever feels good. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen and look up between the hands. And then take the right hand, palm to the ceiling, pushing it beneath the left arm. Drop down onto the outside edge of that right shoulder, and then drop down onto the forehead. Keep reaching those left fingers up towards the top of the mat. Relax that bottom arm, relax the hips, relax the thighs. Breathe. Find space across the back of that right shoulder. Along the arm. The more you relax in, let the weight of the body go, the deeper you'll go. Nice deep stretch into that shoulder. Twisting the upper back, finding space in between the shoulder blades. Make sure the shoulders are creeping up around your ears. Inhale, halfway lift, push into that left hand to lift the chin, look up, unravel the arm, stretch the right arm long. Left palm up to the ceiling, pushing it beneath the right. Coming onto the outer edge of the left shoulder, drop that down onto the forehead. Make sure the shoulders are creeping up around the ears, pull the shoulder blades back down. And then soften in, relax that bottom arm. Maybe keep the top arm engaged if you need a little bit more stretch, or relax down onto forearm. Let the hips fall back and away. Breathe. Seeing how it feels on this side. Find a little bit of space across the upper back. Relax the forehead, soften the jaw, let the weight of the body sink into your mat. Inhale, lift the head, look up, unravel, reach the left arm forward, and then rise up through the hips. Stack shoulders over wrists, knees come in underneath the hip bones. I'm going to take the right leg out wide, pushing into the outside edge of the foot so the whole foot is flat onto the mat. Hips stay square. Inhale to rock forward slightly, bring the whole body forward, and then exhale, send the hips back. So we're finding a stretch around the back of that right glute. Don't worry if you can't come all the way back to your heel. Inhale to lift up, push the hips forward. Keep the shoulders back, keep a nice flat back. Exhale to push back. So being careful with that left knee. If it's too strong, just have small little rocks. You just want to get a little bit of rotation, a little bit of opening into the inner thigh, and also into the outer hip, the glutes. Push back if it feels good. Inhale to come forward, matching your own breath movement. And then walk the hands all the way in towards the body. Lift up to a high knee, keep engaged to the outside edge of that right foot. Right knee cap lifts up. Take the right hand onto the outer thigh for support, and then inhale up through the left. Keep shoulders facing forward. Exhale to come over the top of the head. Side stretch, gate pose. Hand creeps away, keep the shoulders square. So draw that left shoulder back, the right shoulder comes forward slightly. Breathe. Let the head hang. Active through to fingertips. Shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, come up. And exhale, take the hands back down. Draw the knee in, take it to the other side. Left foot comes out to the side. Hands underneath shoulders. Draw the shoulders back, push into the outside edge of that left foot. Inhale as you rock forward. Exhale, push it back. Just little rotations if it's enough for you, or nice big movements if it feels good. We're warming up the wrists as well as the hips. Breathe. Keep engaged to the outside edge. Lift that kneecap. Belly button in towards spine. Moving with intention to open into the left hip. Come back up. Walk the hands in. Place the left hand onto the outside of the left hip. Inhale up through the right. Drop the shoulder down away from the ear, coming over the top of the head, finding space from fingertips once more, all the way down to the outside of that knee. Shoulders square, so draw that right shoulder back. Left shoulder comes forward slightly, so you can find a little bit more space. Relax the jaw, maybe even close the eyes, breathe into that space. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to plant the hands back down, draw the knee back in into some cat and cow. Inhale, send the tailbone up high. Lift the chin, splay open the abdominal, splay open the ribcage. Exhale, tuck tailbone under, round through lower back, mid back, upper back, chin to chest. Keep it going. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin and bring the heart forward and up, point through the tailbone. Exhale. Keep going. Close the eyes, find that wave-like fluidity, so you're articulating through every vertebra as you move from your cat to your cow. When you get there, hold for a moment and just feel a little bit more space, whether you're in cat or your cow. Let's do 2 breaths per one. So use your inhale to transition from one to the other, and your exhale to hold the pose, go a little bit deeper. Inhale to transition. Exhale, go deeper, pushing into the mat, finding a little bit more space. And relax back into tabletop when you're ready. Just check your alignment. Shoulders down away from the ears. Take an inhale, drop the forearms low. Exhale, come forward, chin and chest come down, elbows and shoulders pulling back, hips are high. Inhale, drop the hips, lift belly button, lift up to the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, push back to child's pose. Taking your flow, inhale, hips high, forearms low, shift your gaze forward, pull back through elbows and shoulders as you exhale, drop chin and chest low, hips are high. Inhale, lift belly button, round up through the spine, lifting the heart up and away, shoulders drawing back, exhale to push back. And again, inhale, hips high, forearms low. Exhale, coming forward and down. Inhale into your cobra, snaking your way up. Exhale. Push hips back, kiss the mat with the forehead. Inhale, rise hips, lower forearms. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, drop the heart back down to the mat. Walk the hands just off your mat, either edge. Feet on the floor, tops of the feet, tops of the toes. Engage through your glutes, so squeeze your glutes. Lift kneecaps, engage through thigh muscles. And send your elbows right up to the ceiling, so you're really placing your shoulder blades onto your back, and then draw the shoulders down away from the ears. When you're ready, massage for the upper back. Inhale, lift chin, lift heart, push your fingertips to rise up to center. Exhale, drop right shoulder down, look up over the left. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, left shoulder comes down, looking up over the right. And inhale to rise. Exhale to twist. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Inhale, one more. Exhale, well done. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take your heart back down to the mat. Interlace fingers behind your lower back. Begin to draw elbows in, roll the shoulders back, pull the knuckles down towards the floor. Lift the heart. Maybe pushing into the hip bones, maybe the feet float up, maybe the thighs also float up. Find a neutral point for your gaze, strengthening the lower back, squeeze the glutes, point through toes, lift kneecaps. And breathe. Dropping the hands down to the mat, tuck the toes, push yourself up to knees, and then all the way back to your child's pose. Drop the forehead, gentle rock from side to side. If it feels good, or just find some stillness. Let the lower back just come back to neutral after the heart openers. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Let yourself go. Finding space in the back body around the back of the pelvis. Open the ankles. And breathe. Reaching the fingertips up to the top of the mat. Lift the hips. Tuck the toes. When you're ready, lift kneecaps an inch up off the mat. Push the chest back over the thighs. Have a little bounce here. Hips towards those heels, long in the spine, long in the arms. And when you're ready, get that heat in the thighs. Then begin to push up to your downward facing. Adjust your stance if you need to. Fingertips. The fingertips all facing forward. Gripping the mat, micro bend in the knuckles. Elbows engaged to broaden across the upper back. Squeezing elbows in towards each other. Let the head hang. Pushing the chest back towards the thighs. Tilt the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Push down through the heels. Gentle bend in the knees here if we're rounding through the back. So if you can't quite get your heels down, don't worry about it. It's not important. We need to keep the roundness out of the back. So if you're rounding, bend the knees, push the heart back. And then begin to suck the belly button in. Really tilt the pelvis up towards the floor, the ceiling, so that we can find some space underneath the sit bone. Nice big breath. And then coming into a wide leg down dog. So take the feet out towards the edges of your mat. Keep tilting the pelvis up, push the heart back. Just feeling a different stretch in the legs, feeling a little bit more in the outer thighs. Belly button draws in. Turn the toes out, heels in, and then walk the hands in towards your feet. Pushing the knees out over the ankles, drop the hips down into your squat. Elbows inner knee. Pushing into the elbows, pushing palms together, draw the shoulders down, tailbone to the floor, rise up through the crown of the head, find space along the vertebrae. Don't worry if you can't quite come into a squat, come into goddess pose, but we rise up a little bit more. Open the legs out a little bit wider. Push our tailbone down. Still going to get the stretch in the inner thigh. So we're in squat. Have one more breath here. Take the fingertips down to the floor and then shoot the tailbone up high. Turn the toes in, heels out wide, forward fold. Grip hold of elbows, have a gentle sway. Release tension from the lower back. Let the head be heavy. Find any stretch that helps any rock, that helps any tension in the lower back, backs of the legs, calf muscles, and connect to the feet. And then drop the hands back down to mat and just heel toe the feet back in towards hip width. Take a big breath in, let the head and the arms stay heavy as you exhale. Roll yourself and slight bend in the knees. Roll yourself all the way up to a Tadasana. Check in with your feet while you're here. Make sure they're parallel with each other and with the edges of your mat. When you roll all the way up, take a nice big inhale to reach fingertips up and overhead. And exhale to your heart. Inhale again, reach up and overhead. Lift the heart, draw the shoulders back, get a nice big circle. Arms come up. Interlace fingers when you get there. Keep pointers free. Exhale, take arms over to the right. Bump out to the left hip. Ground down to the outside edge of that left foot. Draw the left shoulder back. Take it over into a side stretch. Breathe. Inhale, suck in the belly. Zip up to your center line. Come all the way back up to center. Take the arms out behind you. Exhale over to the left. Ground down to the outside edge of the right foot. Bump out to the right hip. Draw the right shoulder back. Breathe. Inhale, center. Push the fingertips away. Exhale all the way into a circle. So we're going to come down to the right. Knees are soft. Brush the mat with your index finger. Inhale, rise up to the left. Nice wide circles. Compass pose. Exhale, twisting, rotating, and folding down to the right. Brush the mat with the index finger. Inhale, rise up left. We'll do one more in this direction. We'll do 3 in the other direction. Exhale, down. Rotating with your chest. Keeping the shoulders drawing back. Staying with your breath. Inhale to rise. Belly button in. Exhale, lowering hands down. Side stretch to the left. Exhale, brush back to the fingers. Inhale, rise up. Right. Keep elbows engaged. Arms are long. Exhale. Twist. Hinge, rotate, inhale, rise. Exhale. I can hear my ribs all crunching. Inhale, come up. Last one. And exhale into your cactus. Arms, squeeze elbows back, squeeze the glutes. Maybe push the hips forward to lift the heart, lean back. Inhale up high. Exhale to hinge and fold. Coming into Uttanasana, drawing the heart and the head down towards the floor and then walking the hands away from the feet to the top of the mat. Coming into a plank pose. Push away through the heels. Engage through the core. Send the tailbone back. So you're pushing through the tailbone, pushing through the heels, lifting kneecaps, shoulders drawing back. Inhale, drop knees. Exhale, elbows in, lower chin and chest. Elbows and shoulders drawing back. Inhale, drop the hips, rise up, belly button. Heart, head lifts, cobra pose. Exhale, straight back down. Lower the heart, lower the head. Inhale, suck the chin in. Push through the hands, elbows pulling back, shoulders pulling back, rise. This time, exhale, twist to look over that right shoulder. Look down towards the right foot. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left, look over left shoulder, look down towards the left foot. Inhale, center. Tuck the toes, push back, downward facing. Push the heels down. Inhale, plant down through the left foot, rise up through the right. Take the toes up high, keep the hips square. Exhale, knee towards right elbow, then plant the foot outside the right hand. Make sure this is not your wrist, this is your ankle. Ankle is beneath your knee. Squeeze that right knee into your right tricep. Push away through the back heel. Shoulders are square over wrist. Shoulders draw back, heart and head pulls forward to the base of your mat. Just for a moment, have a gentle rock side to side, forward and back. opening into those hip joints, lizard pose, and then drop that back knee down, release the back toes, roll onto the outside edge of that right foot. Right hand can just be gently on that right knee. Push through that left hand to rotate right shoulder back, left shoulder comes forward, coming into a gentle twist. Maybe placing that right hand round onto your lower back, pulling back through the shoulder. Look back over that right arm. If it's too strong, keep the hand on the knee. Breathe. Maybe coming all the way down to that left forearm if it's available, but don't worry if it's not, stay up on the hand. Keep leading with that right shoulder, shoulder away from ear. Maybe taking the right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Looking up to that top thumb if it's comfortable for your neck. Squeeze that right shoulder back towards the left shoulder. Imagine somebody has the fingertips lightly on the back of your hand and you're just trying to push the hand away. Opening and broadening across the chest, stabilizing through that shoulder joint. Breathe. Taking the right hand down, either onto the hand, or if you're in your lunge, take the forearm. If you're in your forearm, bring the forearm down, tuck the back toes, lift the back kneecap, and step it back to a forearm plank. So wherever you are, come down to a forearm plank. Again, do a gentle rock side to side, forward and back. Push through elbows, neck is long, shoulders are pulling back, core is really engaged here. Push through the heels, lift your kneecaps. Hold here if you can, or maybe coming over onto a side plank. So rotate from the elbow, hand comes in underneath the head. Maybe you are staggering your feet, one in front of the other. Maybe you have them stacked on top, pushing into the full forearm to lift the lower body away. Maybe rising up, stacking shoulders, looking up to that top thumb. Breathe. Well done, lower it down. Come back onto toes, forearm plank, take it to the other side. Rotating right arm in, left arm can stay grounded. You can stagger the feet or stack them. Lift kneecaps, engage your feet. Lift the underside of the body away from the mat. Coming into full expression if you want. Take the fingertips up to the ceiling. Look up to that top thumb, squeeze glutes. Squeeze kneecaps up towards the thighs. Push away into the elbow, forearm, all the fingertips. Drop the hand down. Drop the knee. Push back to child's pose, hands beside the body. Palms to the ceiling, bend into elbows, let the shoulder blades fall off your back. Rest the arms here. Breathe. Relaxing those core muscles now. Have a gentle rock, massage the forehead, soften the jaw. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the top of the mat. Exhale, lift up into your tabletop. Take a flow. Inhale, drop the forearms, low. Exhale, chin and chest comes forward and down, pull back elbows, shoulders. Inhale, drop the hips, engage through the belly, lift the tummy, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes, push it back down the face. 3 breaths here. Let the heart sink down towards the floor, let the head hang, pushing equally through fingertips, through the heels. Tuck belly button in, hand down, right foot, inhale, left foot rises. 3-legged or split dog. Exhale, knee comes to chest, taking it to the outside of the left elbow, plant the left foot outside the left hand. Lizard on this side. Make any adjustments you need to. You can just lower that back knee down straight away if you need to, if it's just too strong, don't worry. Do what feels good and right for you. If the kneecap's still lifted, maybe have a rock side to side, massage into those hip joints. Forward and back, rock on the toes. Bring the heart forward, shoulders back, engage through the belly. Dropping the back knee down when you're ready, untucking the back toes. Squeezing briefly that left foot into the left knee into the left tricep. And then rolling onto the outer edge of the foot left and let the knee fall away. Left hand can rest on the top knee. Shoulders draw back and then begin to twist. So the right shoulder comes forward, left shoulder comes back. So we can bring the chest round to the left. Maybe that's enough just there. Or we can just rest the left arm over onto the lower back. Keep working with the shoulders, twisting to take your gaze behind you. Let the hips soften forward. Tune into where it feels strong. Keep pushing actively through that grounded hand to lift the heart up and away from the mat. If it's there for you, so stay where you are, or if it's there for you, come down onto forearm. Work the left arm up towards the ceiling, squeeze that left shoulder back, and remember this if someone has their hand just gently against the back of your hand and you're trying to push into it. Shoulders down away from ears, neck is long. Find your stretch. Find your pose. Breathe. And the hand comes all the way back down, pushing back up onto the right hand. Left foot comes back in, squeezing the left tricep with the left knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the back kneecap, and a nice strong step back to a split dog. If it's there for you today, I'll meet you in down dog. If it's not, we can take the left foot and send it high behind us, sending it all the way up to the ceiling. Plant down to the right heel, and then take the knee back into the chest, stepping forward to lunge. Left foot comes in between the hands. Check that it's still in line with that left hip. Fingertips are planted down for now. Inhale, bring the heart forward, shoulders back. Take your gaze forward, keep pushing through the back heel. Take another inhale here. Exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg as much as we can. Lift the heart forward. Keep pushing down actively through that back heel. Trying to get a flat back and trying to pull yourself this way. So we're going for an opposite pulling direction. So that back heel, hips are square, hinging over that left hip crease. Pull up through that front kneecap. Pull up through the back kneecap. Active through our quads. Shoulders pulling down towards our lower back. Breathe. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push it back. One more. Inhale to bend. Exhale, push it back. Plant down right hand. Rise up left. Pull that left hip in. Pull the right hip crease forward slightly. Left hip crease back. Push through the grounded hand. Don't worry if you have to bend your knee here. If it's not quite there for you, then just bend the knee. Bringing the left hand forward and down, bringing it inside the left foot, bending into that left knee, and drawing that right hand all the way back underneath the right shoulder, twisting the top foot, the front foot lift up onto the heel, turn it inwards, coming now into your wide leg forward fold. Plant down through the hands underneath the shoulders and lift up through the heart, flat back. Pull the shoulders back, breathe. Another big breath in, exhale, hinge and fold. Place your hands onto your hips. And again, inhale, halfway lift. Pull the heart and the gaze forward. Exhale, hinge and fold. Plant down to the outside edges of the feet. Lift kneecaps. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time take the hands out behind you. Interlace fingers. Exhale, hinge and fold. And hold. Squeeze shoulder blades open through collarbones. Pull elbows in towards each other. Pull palms in towards each other. Stretching out wrists, forearms. Let the head hang. Breathe. Drop the hands down to the lower back. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the hands. Exhale, hinge and fold. Walk the hands back up to the front foot. Turning that left foot back to the front, right foot comes to. Drop the back knee, release the back toes, make sure that front ankle is below the front knee. Take a breath first, inhale to prepare, exhale, push strong through the front knee to rise up, push the body away from that front knee. Inhale, lift up through the arms. Exhale to sink. Hips fall forward, relax the thigh muscles, relax the muscles around the glutes. Squeeze elbows in towards each other, pull shoulder blades down. Belly button in and up, lean it back. Active use of the thumbs. Pushing actively through that front foot to get a little bit more rise. Finding space in that right hip flexor. Inhale, lower the hands all the way down. Exhale, tuck back toes, lift back kneecap, send it back high, split dog. front leg lifts all the way up behind. Push down through the right heel. Exhale, drop the foot down, downward facing. Send the tailbone up high, find a little bit more space. Each time you come to your down dog, is it a little bit easier? Sinking the heart down, pushing back through the hands, broadening across the upper back, but belly button in. Inhale, left foot stays grounded, right foot lifts, split up. Exhale, knee to chest, step it through. Planting down, find your lunge. Adjust your clothing. Push into that front knee, push away through the back heel. Find a nice stretch through that back leg. Shoulder blades placed on your back. Pull them back. Lift your gaze. Big breath in to prepare. Exhale, pyramid pose. Push the front leg back so that right hip is pushing back. And then lift your heart as much of a flat back as you can. Draw the shoulder blades back. Active through to the crown. Push down through the back heel. Pull both kneecaps up towards the thighs. We're actively using our quads to stretch into our hamstrings. Breathe. Pull that right hip in. Don't let it come out to the side. Try and keep them square. Inhale to bend. Push it forward. Exhale, push it back. Inhale forward. Exhale, push it back. Inhale forward. Last one, exhale, push it back. Plant down through left hand, rise up right. Remember, you can bend that front knee if it's a bit too strong here. Push actively through that left hand to lift the body up and away from the mat. Pull through those top fingers to lift up a little bit more. Twist and broaden across the chest, so we're already opening into the front body. Twisting from the solar plexus, finding space between the shoulders, between the fingertips. Gaze can be to the floor, all up to the top side. Inhale, hand comes down, framing the front foot, bend the front knee, drop the back knee, untuck those toes, take a breath. Lift the heart up and away, shoulders back, exhale, peel the body up. Inhale, reach up with the arm. Exhale, everyone sink forward and down. Relax that back leg, let gravity take over. Find your grounding first, push into that front foot. So we're pushing down to stabilize that front knee. And then with an inhale, start to open. Lead with the thumbs. Find some space beneath the ribcage. Shoulder blades pulling back, maybe lifting your gaze. Breathe. Inhale, hands to the mat, frame that front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back kneecap. Big inhale to send that front leg high behind you, three-legged dog. Point to the toes, drop it down. Come back to down dog. Breathe, let the head hang. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, bend the knees. Step yourself into the middle of your mat and take a forward fold here. So maybe you want to bend your knees, grip hold of elbows, have a gentle sway. Or maybe you want to work a little bit harder, straighten the legs, have a halfway lift, send the fingers out behind you. Exhale, draw the heart down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands can come down to grip the ankles. Open elbows wide. Pull the chest down towards the floor. Just gently, don't pull too hard. Send the tailbone up high, breathe the belly button in. Let the head hang. And then bend into the knees, fingers come to the mat, come up onto the toes. Send your heels to your hips to your heels. Squeeze knees together, feet together if they're not already. Maybe begin to float fingertips up. Maybe we can open the knees out wide. You can find your balance here. So heels together, feet together. Keep the mat, fingers on the mat, maybe staying here if this is for you. Or maybe opening the knees out wide, placing hands onto the knees. Then start to find length along your spine. Heart lifts up and away from the pelvis. Shoulders draw down. Hands are just light on the knees. Opening all those reflex points in the feet. Testing our balance. Soften the jaw. If you fall out, don't worry. Bring the knees back together, and then coming back to sit onto your mat. What should we do here? Draw the right knee into your chest and grab the left foot. Try and sit up nice and tall, shoulders coming down, maybe pulling the left foot out in front. Keep the right foot in towards your glutes. Stretch here, shoulders back. Breathe. And slide the right foot a little bit further away from you. Cross the left foot over the front of the right knee. Lean back into your hands. And then begin to creep the foot back in. Push that left knee out to the side, flex through the left foot. And push the knee out. So we're going to feel a stretch in that left glute. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. And release. Take it to the other side. Left foot creeps in. Squeeze the left foot in towards your glute. And then grab hold of the right foot. Begin to lift it up. Just to where you feel a stretch. If you can't grab your foot, use the back of the calf or the thigh. And then try to uncurl your back. So already we're quite curved here. Try and suck the belly button in. Lift the heart. Suck the arms back into the sockets. Broaden across the chest. Look up. Almost like a half bow pose. Suck the belly button in, engage through the kneecap. Straighten and flex that front foot. Straightening through the back of the knee if you can. And then let the left foot creep away from you a little bit. Cross the right leg over the left thigh. Lean back into your hands. Walk the foot back in where you find your stretch, and then start to push the right knee out to the side, flexing through that right foot. Lean into the heel of the hand, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, relax your gaze, relax your jaw, and just tune into that right hip stretch there. It's just a bit like a upside down pigeon pose, a bit different to doing it on our back. Feel free to come down onto your back if you prefer. I just quite like this version for a change. And then release, bring the soles of the feet together, slide your hips down towards your heels, and then come all the way down onto your back. Set the Baddha Konasana, reach the arms overhead, grip hold of elbows. Broaden across the chest, let the shoulders roll back. Close your eyes, close your jaw. Just relaxing into your breath here, find those natural curves in your spine. Opening gently into those hips after the folds. Relaxing the spine after all the twists. Letting the legs relax here after all the standing poses. Broadening and flattening the back of the pelvis onto the floor. And back to your breath. Let the skin across your shoulder blades just spread and melt into the mat. Keeping the left leg where it is, draw the right knee up to your chest, giving it a nice squeeze with the hands, pushing into the lumbar, maybe coming to a half happy baby, so reaching the right hand down towards the right ankle, or to grab the foot, lifting the heel up, squeeze the knee in towards that top shoulder, the right shoulder, sorry. Left hand can rest onto the left hip. Relax that left leg, let it just fall away. Breathe. Have you tensed your shoulders? Can you relax them? Breathe. And coming into a twist. Take the left hand across the outside of the right knee. Draw that right knee over to the left. Right arm can go wide in line with the shoulder, palm to the ceiling. Just take the leg over to where you find your stretch. Keeping as much of the upper back on the mat as you can. Let the head roll over to the right. Let gravity take you into your twist. Supine twist to finish. Feel that stretch across the mid-back, around the solar plexus, around the sides of the waist, rib cage, outer hip. Relaxing the groin now. Taking your time to release, rolling back onto your backs. Both hips come back onto the floor. Drop the feet down just in front of the hips, and then let the right knee fall out to the side, come onto the outside edge of the right foot, draw left knee to chest. Get a nice strong squeeze. Shoulders away from ears, put chin into throat. And then the left hand can slide down to the outside of the ankle or to grip the foot. Lift the heel high, suck the knee up in towards that left shoulder. Flex through the left foot, right hand can rest on the right hip. Keep tailbone grounded, keep equal pressure down through both sides of the back of the pelvis. Equal weight going into the back body there. Shoulders relax. Let that right leg just fall away. Left knee actively pulling into the shoulder, stretching into that left glute, left hamstring, strengthen the knee joint, strengthen the hip, the ankle. Breathe. Taking the time to come across into the twist, the right hand crosses over to the outside of the left knee. Left arm goes long in line with the shoulder, palm to the ceiling, draw that knee across the body and let it fall wherever it wants to be. Keep the upper back on the mat, twist from the solar plexus and feel it around the base of the rib cage, left side of the rib cage, around the whole of the waist, the lower back, the spine, broadening across the chest, relaxing the groin, soften the shoulders, relax the jaw. Tuning into any subtle little adjustments that's going on in those muscles that run vertically along the spine, maybe around your waist, maybe it's the abdominals that are feeling the stretch. Outer hip, let the leg relax, let gravity take you into it. Nice big breath in and exhaling back to the center of your mat, rolling the knees up, drawing them into the chest. Give them a nice strong hug here. Starting to rock from side to side. Again, shoulders down away from ears, find that length in the neck. Massaging the lumbar. Open the knees out wide, rest your hands there and do circles with your feet. Just clicking out, getting rid of any little air pockets within the ankle joint. Articulating all the way through to the toe joint. Reverse the rotation. Resting the feet back onto the mat, supine rest for our bridge pose. Final heart opener. Hands either side of the hips. Plant down through the balls and the heels of the feet. Roll the shoulders down. Even shuffle the shoulder blades in towards each other before you rise up. And then begin to push down through the feet. Take a big inhale. Exhale to push down. Keep knees over ankles. Peel the spine all the way up until you come onto the back of the shoulder blades. Feel free to interlace the fingers underneath the body here. Keep shuffling shoulder blades in. Squeeze the glutes to send the hips sky high. Lift the chin slightly. Pull the hands down towards the heels. Broaden across your chest. Nice deep breath into the side walls of the lungs. Strengthening the legs. Opening the hip flexors, the quads. One more inhale. Release the hands. Exhale to slowly massage each vertebra back into the mat. Coming into the lumbar. Releasing pelvis to neutral. Lumbar spine lifts back up. Reaching arms overhead. Taking toes to the edges of the mat. Nice full body stretch. Arching the spine. Even trying to spring the ribcage up and away from the floor. Breathe into that space. Stretch away through toes, through fingertips, shoulders away from ears. As you exhale, just draw the belly button in towards the spine. Don't sink the lower back. Inhale, spring. Release those muscles and then exhale. Draw the belly button in. Draw the base of the ribcage into your center line, midline. Don't drop the lower back. Inhale, release those muscles and spring as you expand. It's just a tiny little motion, but it feels really intense on those abdominal muscles. And then inhale to release, lift arms overhead, take the feet out wide. Coming into your shavasana, grabbing a blanket, a pillow, an eye cushion, an eye pillow if you have one. And then settle into your shavasana. tuning into the weight of your body, relaxing into your mat. Just mindfully letting go of any tension, letting yourself sink into stillness, make any adjustments you need here. And then begin to come back to your breath. So throughout our practice, we've been using the breath to guide us through our practice, to keep us in the present, to stay connected to the here and now. And now your challenge is to not allow the ego voice to draw your awareness back to the outside world just yet, but to stay with your breath, to allow your breath to hold you, to hold your mind's wandering attention. As long as there is breath, your mind will continue to move. Thoughts will always arise. And through practice, we can choose how we react to these thoughts. Sitting quietly with yourself, observing the flow of your breath. Being aware of the weight of your body, the feeling of your clothing, the feeling of the floor beneath you, the heat or the coolness on the body, the sound of your breath, the movement of the breath within the body, completely on its own. The rise of the abdomen with each inhale, feeling like a balloon as you fill with prana, with energy, with your life force. And just the natural work of the diaphragm, the abdominal muscles, to let go of the spent breath, to let go of what no longer serves and what your body no longer needs. The expansion of the breath into the lungs with your inhale. Rise and fall with your chest. Each exhale feeling a little bit heavier, allowing your muscles, your skin to spread like water into your mouth. Observing how there's no effort for the body to be here. Allow your mind to feel calm and quiet, and your body to feel relaxed but active. Become supremely aware of your inner calm, your inner self. And take the time to nurture and to marinate in this calmness. Get ready to release from Shavasana. Give yourself 3 really deep breaths, perhaps the deepest breaths of your day so far. Feel movement within the body again. Bring your awareness back to your surroundings, your environment. Feel free to stay in Shavasana if you have the time if we want to stay here a little bit longer. Otherwise, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Bringing movement back to your body, however your body wishes, whether it's to bring your knees up to your chest, to reach arms overhead, or to have a rock, lift your hips into bridge pose if you need to, whatever your body's asking for. Taking your time, articulating through your joints, your spine, and taking your time to roll up to a seated position if that's what you want. Being kind to yourself. Putting me in a comfortable seat to close our practice if you want. Otherwise, turn me off, do whatever you want to do. Just take a moment in stillness in your seat. Close down the eyes, soften the mouth. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Rest the hands onto the tops of the thighs, palms open to the ceiling, perhaps coming into chin mudra if it's in your practice. Just pressurizing the index finger, which represents the individual soul, into the thumb, which represents the universal soul. This forms the seal of knowledge. And the yogi says a greeting to the gods. Sitting up tall, finding space along the spine as we lift the pelvis, lift the heart up and out from the pelvis. Lengthen the neck as the shoulders draw down, rise up through the crown of the head, and just see whether we've created that space that we were aiming for at the beginning of our practice. Do you feel a little bit taller? Is there a little bit more space around your rib cage, in your waist, in your neck? Does your face feel relaxed? Just observing without judgment. Maybe you feel no different at all, and that's perfectly okay. Thanking yourself for your practice, and taking time out of your day to strengthen and tone your body, and to connect to your mind. And taking a last inhale together to close our practice, reaching the fingertips up and out to the sides, finding all of that space, drawing all of that energy in together into our palms as we exhale and draw all of that energy down to our hearts, to our midline, and then folding forwards to bow down. Namaste. And happy weekend. Thank you for joining me again. It's been lovely to see you all. I hope you enjoyed your practice this morning. Feel free to unmute if you have anything you want to say bye to everybody. Thanks everyone. Thank you. Thank you. It's been there. Hi. How's Peppa Pig? Did she do a good job looking after you? Oh, okay guys, I'll let you all go. You can give me a shout if you want to join in next week. I shall be here. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.